Hey gang, it's me, Mrs. Miller in Paradise, and I've got a quick video for you today. This is for all of you new Royal Caribbean cruisers out there. So if you're thinking about going on your first Royal Caribbean cruise, or you've been on one and feel like maybe you made a few mistakes, I've got a video for you. This is going to be 15 mistakes to avoid making to have a wonderful Royal Caribbean cruise. So let's get started. Number one, and this is going to be after your cruise is booked, the first thing you're going to want to do, and you do not want to forget this, so don't forget to download the Royal Caribbean app. That's mistake number one. The app is so helpful. It's going to come in very handy for a lot of the other tips that I have. So don't forget to download that Royal Caribbean app and set up your own personal page on Royal Caribbean's website. Once you've got that cruise booked, you'll enter in your booking number, and both of these places are going to be where you need to go to do a lot of things. So number one mistake to avoid, don't forget to download the app. The second mistake to avoid is don't forget to book your boarding time as soon as possible. So Royal will open up your boarding window where you can choose your time 45 days prior to sailing at midnight. I set my alarm, I got up at midnight, I got on, and I got the time that I wanted. I recommend getting the earliest boarding time possible because, well, this especially applies if it's like a 3-night or 4-night cruise. That's not a lot of time on the ship, so you're going to want to take advantage of every moment that you can. So you can go ahead and once you're on board, you can go ahead and start using the pools. You can visit the restaurants that are open. You can go ahead and have lunch. So there are things that you can do. So I do recommend getting the earliest boarding time possible. So mistake number two to avoid, don't forget to book your boarding time when that window opens at the 45-day mark. If it's 45 days from your sailing. Alright, number three, do not make this mistake, and this is a huge one. Do not fly in or drive in to your port the day of embarkation. Now I know at some cases there might not be another option, but if you can at all avoid it, please do so. You don't know when your flights are going to be canceled or rescheduled. Your car may break down, and that cruise ship is not going to wait for you. So if it's in your power and you can, do not go into your port on embarkation day. Go in at least a day early. And that's going to get you there and give you peace of mind, help alleviate some of that stress, and make sure that you're there on embarkation and you're on that ship when it leaves. Alright, the next mistake not to make is forgetting to make your dining reservations ahead of time. So Royal has several specialty restaurants on their ships, and you have to make reservations for those ahead of time. I recommend it if you know that it's somewhere that you want to go, make it as early as possible. They're going to run sales and specials on these. So if you see that the dining venue that you want to go to is running a 35% off special, you might want to go ahead and book it then. Now you are going to pay for it right then when you book it. You don't pay for it after you eat or whatever. You pay for it when you book it. Now you can cancel. If you book a dining reservation and then you want to cancel it, you can, and they will refund your money. So they also, so you can choose at the time that you book your cruise if you want early dining, late dining or my time dining. We chose the anytime or my time dining, but you still need to make a reservation for the time that you want on those days, because if you don't, you're waiting in a long line to get in the restaurant. So if you make a reservation time at 7:15, you walk up, you're gonna get in. That was our experience anyway, but the line for people who didn't have reservations was really long. So don't forget to make your dining reservations, whether it's for specialty restaurants or my time dining. My next tip is, or my next mistake to avoid, is don't forget to make your show reservations. So Royal has some incredible entertainment, but you're going to need to make reservations for your shows, and they will open up early, so you can just go on the website or the app and book your reservations for the times and the dates that you want to book your shows. So you kind of have to plan and coordinate and schedule, like what night we have dinner at what time, and can we go to this show at this time. And they do recommend that you give yourself 2 hours for dining when planning your shows around your dining. So our experience was we were only in the dining in both Samba, the specialty restaurant, and the main dining room. Only took us about an hour. But they do tell you, when planning your show schedules, give yourself 2 hours. So don't make that mistake and not book your show reservations. They do have standby lines for the shows, but they fill up quickly and you're not going to get the best seats. So you want to get those reservations so you can get the amazing seats, because the entertainment on Royal is 10 out of 10, top notch. Okay, let's see here. All right, I think we're moving on now, and this is another big no-no. Don't make this mistake. Don't wait until you're on the ship to purchase these following things: the dining packages, including the specialty dining, the drink and soda packages, the internet, the photo packages, shore excursions. Everything is going to be a lot more expensive once you're on that ship to book it. Like I mentioned, they do run sales and promotions and specials leading up to your sailing. Keep an eye on that. Check it daily. And if you see a shore excursion and it's got a special that day and it says 40% off, book it. Do not wait until you're on the cruise ship to book all of those things, because they're all much more expensive. And I did notice that as far as booking things, and I cannot remember if it was 24 hours or 48 hours, but they do put a halt on all of that. And so if you haven't gotten this stuff done a couple of days before the cruise, then you're going to have to wait until you're on the ship to book it. So do it as far out in advance as you can, and you're going to save yourself a ton of money. All right, number 7, don't make this mistake. Don't forget that you can bring on a 12-pack of canned sodas per stateroom. So you can also bring on, if you are legal drinking age, you can bring on 1 bottle of wine or champagne per person of legal drinking age. And that has to be sealed, and it cannot be larger than 750 milliliters. So those 2 things you can bring with you, but you have to carry them on with you. You can't put them in your checked luggage. You can't leave your 12-pack of sodas, with the porters. You have to carry that on with you. Same with your wine and champagne. If you put it in your checked baggage, no, they're not going to let it on. So make sure you carry on that with you. All right. Next, mistake to avoid is don't bring anything with a cord. I'm just going to show you my one little prop I have today, and that is this adapter. This is to give you more outlets and USBs and things like that, because there aren't a ton of them on the older ships. I think the newer ones, they're doing better with that. But I ordered this from Amazon. It did say it was designed for cruises, but it did get confiscated out of my luggage, and I had to pick it up once we returned. So don't bring anything with a cord. You cannot bring an iron. You cannot bring a steamer. You can bring hair straighteners and curling irons, but anything else with a cord like this, no, they're going to confiscate it, and you'll have to pick it up after your cruise. So don't make that mistake. All right, next is, and this should have been at the front of the list, but don't forget to sign up for the Crown and Anchor Club. This is like a benefit reward program that they have. It's free. You get rewards the more cruises you take and the more points you earn. So Randy was already a member of Crown and Anchor, so he had some points built up. He was gold status, and that got us that priority boarding, which was amazing. It was so fast, and I can't recommend it enough. It's free, so sign up for that before you take your first cruise, so that you can go ahead and earn those points. It's an amazing benefit program. Number 10, don't make this mistake. Don't forget to fill out your health questionnaire before boarding. At noon, the day prior to sailing, they're going to send you a health questionnaire. It's just 2 questions. You need to answer them both. Answer them truthfully, but as long as you're not more than 23 weeks pregnant and you're not sick with any stomach issues or like upper respiratory issues, fever, coughing, things like that, you just check no, and that's it. But if you check yes, they're not going to let you board the ship. So be honest, but if you're not sick, as soon as they send you that health questionnaire, complete that. Seriously, it's just 2 questions, no, and you're done. That's your health questionnaire. But don't forget to complete that, because that will slow down your boarding time if you do. The next mistake not to make is waiting until you get on the ship to watch the muster videos. They will be available to you, I believe, at 8 a.m. on the day of the sailing. So if you're in a hotel or, wherever you are, watch them on your phone and go ahead and get all of that completed before you get on the ship. The videos, they're not really long, but they're long enough that you don't want to have to sit on the ship and watch them while you're ready to go jump in the pool or have some lunch or something, and you don't want to have to be stuck sitting somewhere watching these videos. So watch them that morning before you get on the ship, and then as soon as you're on the ship, go straight to your muster station. They're going to scan your phone, because you're not going to have your CPAS card yet. So you'll do that and your muster's complete. It is easy peasy. Highly recommend that. So that's my mistake to avoid. Don't wait to watch those until you're on the ship. Watch them before you get there. Okay, mistake number 12 that you want to avoid, and that is forgetting to bring cash with you. You want to have cash with you and have a good bit of small bills. You're going to want this for tipping. You're going to want to tip your porters when you drop off your luggage. If you get drinks at the bar, you'll want to tip them. Now, I recommend doing the prepaid gratuities when you book your cruise. It's just very easy and they handle all of that for you. But bring some extra cash in case like your room steward or your head waiter or whatever does an exceptional job and you feel like you want to tip them a little more than what's already included, bring some cash for that. Also, you're going to want to have cash when you're shopping at the ports. At least like when we went to the Bahamas and the straw market, I recommend bringing cash and not using your debit or credit card there. So bring some cash for shopping as well. You don't need cash on the ship. As a matter of fact, you can't use cash on the ship. Everything is going to be paid for with your SeaPass card. Everything. So don't think, oh, I'll bring a stack of cash and I'll buy my drinks with cash, or I'll buy my souvenirs with cash, or no. Your photos, whatever you buy, is going on that SeaPass card, and that's gonna be taken out of whatever you've attached to it. So if you've attached a credit card or a debit card, whatever that is, that's how you pay for everything on the ship. So the cash is for tips and for shopping in ports. Alright, my next mistake, and this was one that we made, so I'm hoping I can keep you from making it, and that is, do not skip the main dining room. We only went one night and we really regret it. The food was wonderful, the service was wonderful, so don't make the mistake we did and skip the main dining room. I don't feel personally that you really need specialty dining. If you want it, that's fine. If there's something you're really craving, you want to try the hibachi restaurant or the Italian restaurant, whatever it is, but I don't feel like it's something you have to do. The food in the main dining room was really good, so don't make that mistake and skip the main dining room. It's very good. Next, don't skip Sentos Pizza. This pizza is so good, and it's pretty much available whenever you want. It does close for a few hours early in the morning, but for the most time it's always open. You can get it, you can take it back to your room or go eat it out on your balcony or whatever. It's a perfect late night snack. It's great for lunch. It's just really, really good. So don't skip out on Sentos. It's so good. And then mistake number 15 to avoid making is don't miss out on the sales that they have on the last day of your cruise. They'll bring out and they'll have like tables and racks of things set up, like t-shirts. I saw some flip-flops and sandals and purses and jewelry and just different things like that. They had the t-shirts on our selling. They were 2 for $30. Now these were not the t-shirts that were in the Royal Caribbean gift shop, the ones that we did 2 for $40. It wasn't those. These were like port specific shirts. There were several with Nassau and some with Perfect Day. So, but they did have, like I said, lots of purses and jewelry, things like that. So that's a great time to get some last minute souvenirs. So that is 15 mistakes that hopefully you can avoid making, and that's going to make your Royal Caribbean cruise just that much better. So we made a few mistakes, but we learned, and hopefully we can share that with you guys and help make your cruise just as perfect as it can be. I am a travel agent. If you would like me to help you book your cruise, I'll put my email right here. Email me, I'll get you some free quotes, and my services are free. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you in the Millers in Paradise family. Click that notification bell so you're notified of all of our upcoming adventures. And remember, paradise is a cruising state of mind, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.